He's got 16.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Roten, no good.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track. No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
Pick by Okafor. Sloan passes to Okafor. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him.
A chance here to go 2 for 1.
Boy, they've got to ramp up the speed and make it happen in a hurry.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Okafor with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Roten's got it. Off target at the rim. The clock runs out. It's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Okafor. Nerlens Noel comes in for Carl Landry. Jakar Sampson's checked in for Thompson. And Roten subbed in for Donald Sloan. And then for Cleveland, Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Love. Smith comes in for Shumpert. And Freak subbed in for Irving. Noel and Embiid patrol the paint together inside. Then it's Tony Roten. Then it's Robert Covington. And it's Sampson in at the shooting guard position. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Here's Covington, covered by LeBron. Count that one, and the Cleveland lead has been cut to just 7 points in the basket from Covington. Graham kicks to LeBron. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. This break in the game gives us a chance to look at the teams with the most points off turnovers last season. The Cavaliers 4th.
And this team, in terms of scoring off turnovers, that became the identity. I mean, they really looked to disrupt and cause problems defensively. And boy, do they take advantage on the other end.
Donald Sloan's checked in for Jakar Sampson.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys. But as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
And stolen by Graham. Oh, and there's the alley-oop and the dunk by LeBron.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration and alertness, a turnover, and an easy bucket the other way in transition.
And really a few more of those, and this game could be over.
Sloan dishes to Embiid. Out to the right wing. For 3, Covington. That's good. Covington's got 5 points now this quarter.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. The 76ers have gone 7 of 11 from the line.
Look at what Sloan has done so far. 9 points, and he's knocked down a pair of three-pointers in this game, too.
And maybe it's time for them to set a few more screens for him up top and let him add to that total.
Here's Graham. Misses the 3. The 76ers trail by 4. And here is Roten. He's got 5. Over to the wing. Again, Philadelphia. And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Cleveland. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. And the 76ers with some changes. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Landry. And Noel subbed in for Robert Covington. Mozgov, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Freak comes in for Irving.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Cavaliers.
The blocking really turned things into their favor this time.
Well, Kevin, timing and anticipation, they got the blocks, and that definitely changed the momentum in this one.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And making the right plays when they needed to. Closing out this club for the second time this season, this victory pushes their record to 2-0 with 2 games left to go against the 76ers.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Kyrie Irving. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
On the court for Cleveland. Down low, it's Love and Mozgov. Filling out the wings, it's Shumpert and LeBron. And it's Graham in at point guard. Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Carl Landry's checked in for Okafor. Robert Covington comes in for Noel. Jakar Sampson's checked in for Hollis Thompson. And it's Jackson in for Donald Sloan.
You got it. Just get the ball inside.
Now here's Freak, guarded by Embiid. Here's Graham. Can't get it to fall. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care.
Hi, Kevin. Will LeBron after
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Kyrie Irving. Talk about lighting it up in the second quarter. My word, that was just huge. And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the
and they stay there, and they say yeah, and they stay there.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and it is my pleasure to be with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll be watching the Indiana Pacers playing against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Checking out Cleveland. This is a team they knocked out in the first round in last year's playoffs, so they'd better be ready. Some extra motivation on this one. And guys, still some time left till tip-off. Let's talk scoring. Kenny, how did you look to establish yourself at that end of the floor, and when did you know you were in for a big night?
Well, for me, it was just about getting the basketball in the right areas of the floor, either off the dribble or off the pass. So if I knew if I got to certain areas of the floor, I was going to be able to score and have a big night. The defense tried to dictate that,
Welcome, everyone, to Indianapolis, Indiana. It's the home of the Pacers, where we will be broadcasting today's action live. Last game for the Pacers, they pick up the W against the Nuggets in Denver. And they finished that one out up 4. Competitive, but ultimately they prevailed.
And even in hostile territory.
Some changes. Turner comes in for Reggie Evans. Rodney Stuckey subbed in for Monte Ellis. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Anderson Varejão's checked in for Mozgov. Thompson comes in for Kevin Love. J.R. Smith's checked in for James. And Freak subbed in for Shumpert. So on the floor for Cleveland. Thompson and Varejão at the 4 and 5. Irving is out there with Freak. And it's Smith in at the small forward position. That one goes. Count it.
And off to an incredible start here early from long range.
Lighting it up from outside. Hard to keep up with this.
Hill sets the screen for George. Outside Hill. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
I tell you what, folks. I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Graham dishes to Irving. Kicks it to Graham. But 3. No good. And Indiana will go the other way with it. Thompson with the bucket.
Their defense just hasn't been able to slow them down.
And that's a big reason why they're trailing, surrendering too many easy baskets.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
Hill against Smith. Turner with a screen on Smith. Here's Hill. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Hill's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Indiana. Irving kicks to Graham. From deep. And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
And the defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
When that happens, you simply just hope they start cooling off.
Solomon Hill, he's checked in for Paul George. Vasquez, he's checked in for Cleveland. It's deflected. It's stolen by Hill. Now here's Hill, the fast break opportunity. And he's got his first free throw of the game.
That's his first personal foul. At the line for your
And the first one at the line is good.
At the line for 2.
He hits both from the stripe. 35 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Graham, and again it's Cleveland.
And it really starting to look like they're going to have one of those days where nothing goes wrong.
Well, Greg, they certainly haven't done anything wrong so far, stretching the lead into double digits already.
Turner passes to Hill. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Thompson, a screen on Hill. Here's Graham. And as we conclude, and talk to Monte Ellis. He says he feeds off his doubters. He loves to hear someone. And Monte Ellis is still trying to prove people wrong now in Dallas after their quick exit from the playoffs a season ago. Clark, it's been a decade in the league now for this very talented guard.
And you know, that kind of relentless determination is really something Monte is known for, and one of the reasons he has been around for 10 years in the NBA as a consistently good player and lethal scorer.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And looking at what we've seen, Cavaliers pretty much in control here, it would appear.
The roof is up right now, guys. It's raining in here. A lot of threes through the first.
Hey, sometimes when it rains, it pours, and they have not let up from beyond the arc.
On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. Down low, it's Love and Mozgov. Vasquez out there with Freak, and it's LeBron in at the 3 slot. Knocked away and stolen by Graham. And he lobs it up. Cleveland the rebound. From outside the arc, that falls. Great assist by Love. 10 points.